Start with an attention-grabbing shot of the new Phantom, perhaps a slow, cinematic reveal of the front grille. 0 o'clock to 0:45, introduction and vibe. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel Car Zoomer. I've got to tell you, there are car announcements, and then there are Rolls-Royce announcements. And when the king is getting an update, you pay attention. We're talking, of course, about the 2026 Rolls-Royce Phantom. Forget everything you think you know about luxury sedans, because what Rolls has done with this new generation, or as they call it, this new refinement, is absolutely next level. The Phantom has always been the ultimate statement, the pinnacle, the car that every other luxury vehicle looks up to, and somehow they've managed to push the bar even higher. Seriously, if you could see my notes right now, they just say, wow. Silence and hybrid V12. Let's dive into the details. 0:45 to 2 o'clock, exterior design, subtle perfection. The first thing you'll notice, or maybe won't notice, is the exterior design. Rolls-Royce never does radical. They do evolutionary. They don't want to reinvent the icon. They want to perfect it. The 2026 Phantom is still instantly recognizable, but look closer. The iconic Pantheon grille, it's been subtly sculpted, a little cleaner, a little more modern, and yes, it's now brilliantly illuminated. When this thing pulls up at night, it's like a silent, glowing cathedral on wheels. The headlights? They're thinner, sharper LED units that give it this incredible, focused stare. They've also refined that famous, unbroken line that runs from the front all the way to the back. It's a masterclass in proportion. Every single panel looks like it was created by an artist, not stamped out by a machine. It's less about new lines and more about the quality of the lines they already had. It's that kind of subtle, confident elegance that money can buy, but only an obsession with perfection can create. 2 o'clock to 3:30, powertrain, the V12 goes hybrid. Now let's talk about the big change. The elephant in the engine bay, if you can call a 6.75-liter twin-turbo V12 an elephant. For 2026, the Phantom is moving into the electrified future, but in a very Rolls-Royce way, with a mild hybrid system assisting that majestic V12. Let me be clear, they are not replacing that V12, you still get that effortless, unending surge of power over 560 horsepower for those who care about numbers, though Rolls-Royce owners prefer to measure performance in the time it takes. They're champagne to settle. The hybrid assist is there to make the ride even smoother, more instantaneous, and to provide that truly silent, glide-like start and low-speed travel that Rolls-Royce is famous for. This is where you hear less of the engine and more of, well, absolutely nothing. It's the sound of silence, amplified. 3:30 to 4:45, the off-road myth and chassis tech. Now, I've seen some chatter online about off-road features, and we need to set the record straight. Is the Phantom suddenly a competitor for the Cullinan? Absolutely not. You're not rock crawling in a $500,000 sedan. But the 2026 Phantom does get Rolls-Royce's latest suspension and chassis wizardry, which is probably where that idea comes from. We're talking about the famous magic carpet ride taken up a notch. It uses a system that literally scans the road ahead and prepares the suspension for any bumps before the wheel even hits them. It's predictive suspension, and on the new Phantom, it's faster and more sophisticated than ever. You have four-wheel steering for effortless maneuvering in the city, and a chassis that is arguably the most advanced on the planet. It doesn't do off-road. It does flawlessly isolated from the ground beneath you, regardless of what that ground is. It's just a different kind of capability. For 45 to 6:30, interior, a sanctuary of bespoke luxury. But you and I both know the real magic of a Phantom is what? The interior of the 2026 model is a masterclass in ultra-luxury. It's not an interior. It's a private, bespoke sanctuary. The Starlight headliner is still there, now with even more customization options. I've heard rumors of specific constellation maps being commissioned. The real party piece, though, is what they call the gallery, that glass-covered dashboard panel that holds a piece of commissioned art. For the 2026 model, the digital screens and instruments are now integrated with this gallery in a way that makes them feel less like happens when those coach doors close. Electronics and more like floating crystal displays. It's gorgeous. The rear seats, especially in the extended wheelbase model, are a throne room. We're talking reclining Serenity seats, thermo-adaptive padding, and lambswool carpets that make you want to take your shoes off immediately. Even the air is custom curated through a new advanced filtration and fragrance system. It truly is a silent, mobile art exhibit.